The Buffalo Bills have really only had one answer to the cracks that we've seen on their defense week after week so far in this 2025 season. Bills Mafia, we've just got to be real. We've got to be honest. Yes, 4-0 feels great. 4-0, we're the best team in the AFC. We're the top of the conference. That feels great, but we've got to be honest with where our defense has been. Even in the middle of all this winning, even though we're going to play against the Patriots this week and we can't, again, simulate a game against a division rival, we will go into that game. We will win that game. We will be 5-0, but the cracks are still showing on our defense. We are going to play against Drake May this week. He has been running really efficiently. Their running backs have actually been pretty good. Ramondre Stevenson is having a career revival right now, and he's playing well. And of course, Trevion Henderson is in the back pocket for that team. They're looking good. And through 4 games, our opponents have run on us at an average of 156 yards per game. And that means that our defense in stopping the run is a bottom tier unit. Not only that, but our opponents are gashing us for a huge number of yards per carry, like 4.7. And our missed tackle rate is among the worst in the NFL at 17%. We saw that. I showed you some clips the other day of just our bad tackling. The defender or the runners are getting past our front 7, and our defensive backs are having to make tackles on some of these backs, and it's just not going well. But all that to say, it is not panic time. Don't hear that. I'm not panicking, but it is time for us to have increased concern because third downs still haunt us. The red zone stops aren't there. Yes, the turnover battle is won by us. We're on some historic pace right now with that, but the injuries in the secondary and even the thin depth on our defensive line is hurting us, and it feels like the defense has been surviving and not thriving. But the good news that I want to talk about right now is that we are seeing Ed Oliver, Matt Milano, and Spencer Brown back at practice. Here's a clip of them today back at practice. Of course, Spencer Brown on our offensive line, a key contributor, a massive wall for our offensive line, is going to be back sooner rather than later. Ed Oliver, of course, week 1, he had an historic game against the Ravens. He played well. And Matt Milano, who did play well again week 1 against the Ravens, actually held Mark Andrews to basically 1 catch for 5 yards and nothing more, and even played pretty well overall in that game. They are on their way back. They are going to help our defense. But the thing I want to talk about today, and the reason I think nobody is over the moon freaking out about our defense, is because of our offense. Right now, it's the answer to everything that the defense is presenting us, right? The defense, doesn't make stops. The defense lets, other teams just dominate in the red zone, except for, of course, a Cole Bishop interception. But this offense is terrifying. 33 points a game which is second in the NFL, and over 412 yards per contest, first in rushing, 7th in passing, and again, second in EPA per play. They are so efficient, just like we saw last year, near the top in points per drive this season in the entire NFL. And that has got to make us feel warm and excited for what this team is going to continue to do, especially with Spencer Brown coming back. I want to show you here. I want to talk about James Cook a little bit. Here's some clips of James Cook absolutely dominating. Josh Allen isn't the only one who's putting up numbers. We'll talk about our offensive line in a second, but at the center of our offense is the guy we handed the bag to this offseason. We've been waiting for this true ground threat really since Shady, and James Cook has just shown last year and even early on in his rookie season a couple years ago that he has been the answer. And Cook is finally giving Buffalo that consistency. He's not banged up. He's not injured. He's playing well week after week. He's showing up, and he already in 4 weeks has over 400 rushing yards, almost 450, 5 touchdowns, many explosive runs. He's playing really well. And again, he is on a historic pace as a running back. He's forcing many missed tackles. He's got incredible yards after contact ability. His contact balance, even right there, you saw that on that play where he got in and got the touchdown. He's not just producing. He's not just getting a steady 4 yards per carry. He's changing the ways that defenses have to play against our offense. And none of this, I should say, none of what he is doing happens without the big guys up front, which we know Spencer Brown's going to be coming back sooner rather than later. But our offensive line is absolutely the unsung hero so far of the 2025 season. Top 3 in the NFL in PFF grades across the board. not every individual, but as a unit, lowest quick pressure rate in the entire NFL. Only 4 sacks allowed per year or per this year per PFF. And Dawkins, Edwards, McGovern, Torrance Brown, 5 starters. They've all returned to our line, and they have not missed a beat. They picked up right where they left off last year, barely missed a snap, and we know Spencer Brown's been injured, but this is the kind of continuity that's rare, but it's showing. Our offense is the scariest piece about our whole entire team. And again, for maybe the first time in Josh Allen's entire career, we have had a level of consistency. Of course, last year was good, but this year is again even building on what began last year. So here's the debate that I just want to have down in the comments with you today is this: are you more worried about our defense giving up points, or are you more confident in our offense outperforming whatever the defense gives up? And of course, in all of this, Josh Allen's doing great. The offensive line is doing great. We're really excited about what Cook is doing. He's a game changer. He is a dominant player. Some people might believe that the offense is good enough to take us to the ship. There's got to be some right critique on McDermott, on Bobby Babich, but in all of that, with all the players that we have had injured and the players that we've had to call and step up, they've done a pretty good job. But January isn't too far off, and we don't want that familiar feeling of our defense giving up 30, 35 points, and Josh Allen and James Cook and this offense having to give us hero ball down the stretch. So where do you land? Can the offense continue to carry us to wins? I think we're going to beat the Patriots this week. Just a reminder, we've got the Rivals uniforms coming up this week. I think we're going to beat the Patriots. I don't have a score prediction yet, but do you think our offense can carry us, or do you think the defense needs to figure it out before you believe that this can be a Super Bowl team? We got some people in the comments. I love you. Light of Truth, dude, you are the man. You are keeping me hyped up. Do you think we're going 17-0 and go to the Super Bowl? That's amazing. I love that. But drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Again, in all of this, my name's Colin. This is Crack the Table. We are all Bills, no breaks, just a fan-driven channel getting started. God bless. Go Bills. See you tomorrow.